So the next digital audio workstation is Cubase. And one of the great sex appeals about this, can I say that or should I not say that?
Sex, passion, yes,
Sorry.
yes, yes.
Is that you have MIDI. You have a lot of different sounds. They're not like world-class sounds, but if you need to get some ideas out and you have MIDI keyboard that you want to play the sounds with, super easy to use. This is not like Aria where it looks analog. It's very digital domain looking. It's very futuristic looking. And still the same concepts that are in a DAW: record, mute, solo, all that stuff. Routing for aux sends, and audio bus compatible. You're going to be hearing that a lot from me throughout these. So if you're interested in using apps in something that you can record to, the audio bus right now is probably the #1 app to have. It's like $5 or $6 and worth every cent. And now there's an audio bus remote. So if you have 2 or 3 different iPads, you can pull up certain apps that are compatible with the remote and be able to use different pads or phones to control parameters within that app.
You want to give an example of something you did with it and how that differed from doing with other things on Audio Bus?
Okay, so like in Cubase, there is pull up a drum app, lay out some drums, and then pull up the Animoog app and start laying some bass lines. It seemed a little bit more easier to use, and routing was a little easier to use in Cubase versus Aria. Aria, you have to go into the input matrix and the output matrix, especially if you have an interface, and it can be a little confusing at times, and if it doesn't work, then you have to shut down your iPad and reboot it. You have to go through all the steps again. Cubase seems to handle that workflow a little easier. But don't quote me on that, because if you end up in problems, that might be the case. But if you find yourself in problems, always remember you can shut everything down and reboot everything, and that usually will fix the problem. So we've allocated ourselves $50 to purchase instruments. Could be one thing. The paint by numbers approach for me, I mean, maybe because I've been at this for a very, very long time. You set up a microphone, you try to find the right mic, you get the right player in front of you. You're hours into the situation.